So around a year ago, I started trying to get Sims to give birth in Create a Sim. At the time, I was trying to do this by getting one of the bartenders from my alien abduction video pregnant in the game, then summoning them into Create a Sim and waiting. I tried this with and without the story progression mod, and also tried to get them alien pregnant from within Create a Sim using the bartender abduction telescope from my previous video. None of these things worked, and initially I thought this might be something to do with how time works in Create a Sim, or that something in the game code removes pregnancy tokens. So as far as I know, I never managed to get a sim pregnant from within Create a Sim during my previous testing, and no sims progressed through a pregnancy at all. So I kind of gave up on that for a long while, and I realised that if it is possible, it will require modding in some way, and I'll probably have to get a sim pregnant within Create a Sim and get them to give birth straight away. So since I still don't know a lot about modding, I considered modifying the reproductive adjuster, which comes with the inseminator mod. I just needed it to be autonomous, like with the Deathly Dinner Dish object in my previous video. So yeah, I've been modifying that, and what I've basically done is renamed it to CAS Pregnancy Microwave. So I've got this little object here. So I've tested this, and it does seem to autonomously get Sims pregnant, because earlier on the lot I managed to get Julian pregnant with twins, actually, with the Grim Reaper. That's what it autonomously decided to do. But I waited around and he didn't skip to the birth. That part doesn't seem to be working. So I might have to fiddle around a bit more. I have this neighbourhood as well called there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. This is called Test Island, and this is basically a neighbourhood I made a while ago to test out some things, and I decided I'd test this here. Is he doing it? Ah, there we go. So the pregnancy sound. This is really exciting for me. It's worrying though, because I do have it set to visitors, and who knows who else might potentially be getting pregnant. So he's pregnant with the Grim Reaper as well, and its number of babies too. That's exactly what happened last time, so I'm guessing just the default autonomous pregnancy that happens when you set this up is that the Grim Reaper is the father and you get twins. That's the one it seems to go with every time. It must be first in the list or something, which is just amazing. Like Grim Reaper pregnancy. It's very on brand. For this series of videos. This is what it is supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be skipping to the giving birth part of the pregnancy stage. It's not autonomously, and I don't know why. Look at his like butterfly collection down here. Well, there's nothing else to do, I guess. That's what you have to do. So I made a small adjustment because I noticed that the pregnancy stage option wasn't set to autonomous, even though the give birth stage was, and maybe that will make a difference, but I'm not entirely sure, so we'll see. I just don't know why this isn't working. Does he have two pockets? Was that deliberate, or was that like an accident? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Wow. He collected so many butterflies, he got an invite to the nature park. I think it's safe to say this isn't going to work right now. I'm going to need to fiddle around a bit more. So one thing that occurred to me is that this seems to work with playable sims, but I need to know whether or not it's working with like random non-playable sims. It's those sims I need to get pregnant from within Create a Sim. I think they only interact with it if it's in the same room as them. If we move one of these in with Trisha, then yeah. We can call over a bartender. I think it's not going to work because we don't have we don't have a bar, so we should probably. Oh, but if they start bartending, then that won't work. Just stop making drinks. Nobody needs these drinks right now. This is not working. He's just standing on the edge of the lot. Do we need to buy another bar? Okay, so his shift is over. I don't know if that's going to make any difference at all. Oh, so it's working now, but it didn't seem to work while he was on his shift. Okay, so I think it might be working now. Awesome. So what I need to do now is try to remember how I got the bartenders onto the Create a Sim lot, get them back onto the lot, and then see if this mod can work in Create a Sim. So in order to get the bartenders into Create a Sim this time, I decided to go for a slightly different object just to fit with the theme. And so I have made this teddy bear called the Bartender Summoning Bear. Since I've copied over everything from the telescope to the bear, it still works similarly to the telescope, so it has that weird thing where you have to be on a community lot for some reason for the bartenders to appear. So if I put this down here, like, it also seems to work without adding a bar. I don't know if that will still work in Create a Sim, because I remember I had a problem with this with the telescope in my previous video. I had to put a bar down for some weird reason for the bartender to actually appear next to the telescope. But in this case, it seems like they're all just appearing next to the bears. I edited Create a Sim to look kind of like a children's room, and I added some toys to it, so I have a bad feeling that the Sims might get distracted by some of the toys. Oh god. I'm like worried about this. Worried that it won't work, but I'm also worried that it will work. I don't know. Like, breaking the game is just kind of scary in a way. So I have no idea what will happen. Okay. Oh god. If I add the Create a Sim, will they have a kid with the Create a Sim? They're admiring something. I think it's the doll I put down there. It's not technically a toy, it's like a decorative object. Distracted. I thought it would be funny to put a little Bella doll in the corner, like an Easter egg. God, they're not gonna start fighting again, are they? We had that in the last video. I just cancelled the sim and it's in fast forward mode. What even is time on this lot? I removed all the distractions. And I've added like all the microwaves. Oh my god, what the hell? How does it... Well, this sim still isn't pregnant, but apparently story progression actually works in Create a Sim and continues to do stuff from, I guess, whatever neighborhood the Create a Sim lot was last saved in? Oh, that's so trippy. What neighborhood is this in, you know? This is the closest I'm gonna get, isn't it? Some sim somewhere is getting pregnant, but not on the lot. At least I sort of have the answer to does story progression work in Create a Sim? Apparently it does, but I can't get the sim to get pregnant, and this is not the part that I thought wouldn't work. I thought that maybe I would be able to get the sim pregnant, but just it wouldn't progress. Okay, now I'm having a water balloon fight. This is taking a while and nothing much seems to be happening, so I'm thinking of maybe just... Might break the entire game, but I'm tempted to just save the, like, this sim and just see what happens. Like, will she come with him? The sims that just gave birth, I want to know if, like, their equivalent in Test Island have now got kids. Okay, well, that's not normal. They normally move to the other room, but they didn't this time. Ah, let's see. So I'm gonna see what's happened to... Oh no! That seems about right, doesn't it? Let's add Samantha. Right, so she doesn't seem to be pregnant now, right? We can have a look at her family tree. So it looks like she isn't pregnant, but she could, because she had the kid, right? But the kid sort of disappeared and was basically deleted, I guess, because she gave birth while I was in Creator Sim. I'm assuming that's just because I like saved a custom Creator Sim lot in a neighborhood that has story progression. So that ended up happening because I was in Creator Sim for such a long time. So we've got Sarah, and Sarah was also, yeah. So if I look at this, it looks like she's not pregnant now either. I'll look in Simpy later, but the fact that they're not showing up in the family tree or anything suggests that the character files probably don't exist at all. Oh my god, he's here. So I couldn't move him in. Is he gonna crash the game? He doesn't have any memories or relationships, at least not visible ones. If I look in Simpy, that would be interesting, because there might be some stuff that's hidden and not visible here. His brain has been wiped after saving from Creator Sim, but I should have noted down the name of... I don't know the name of that bartender. So I added all of the NPCs I could find, and I don't think... well, almost all of them, and... I don't think she's here. And there's this zombie sim, and I don't remember what happened with her. I'm guessing like I was recording something for another video, but I've completely forgotten. There's another sim in the sim bin as well that's a zombie. I was thinking like every sim that comes out of Creator Sim has like these memories of meeting the mystery sim. But he actually did meet the mystery sim. We know who the mystery sim is in this case. Although they didn't kiss, so that's technically a lie. But I'm gonna try and move him in again and see what happens. It crashed before. It could have been a coincidence. I don't know if that has something to do with Creator Sim or not. And again, he doesn't have any weird memories or relationships that are showing up in game. It looks like all of that stuff was pretty much wiped. Somehow. So it looks like the bartender that popped up in Creator Sim isn't in this neighborhood. I think they might have been created from scratch, and they don't seem to have been saved. So, because this is all the bartenders and they're sort of clustered together, and she's not there. So I'm going to look at Ken's Simpy file, but I have a feeling that nothing is going to really appear here. There's quite a lot of sims here. I don't know what normally happens actually. I haven't looked at like a normal sim straight out of Creator Sim. Don't think the sim from Creator Sim is here. I don't know where that sim's gone, to be honest. Like they were in the game, but I think they're just deleted now. I don't know. Well, if they were in that neighborhood, their character file should be in the neighborhood and they should be here. I can't imagine where else the sim would be. I do know that when I was trying before, some of the bartenders I got in were definitely from the neighborhood I was playing in. They were definitely from there, and I didn't actually check to see all of the names of the bartenders from this neighborhood before I did this. I think the particular one was just randomly generated as an extra. But this sim is just gone. She's just vanished somewhere. I don't know. There's no kids in the Optimus household either, like new kids. And yeah, it must have been saved because their pregnancies were ended even though the sims just didn't exist. Yeah, I don't know. It's a mystery what happened to those sims. So I have a new plan, possibly. I'm gonna try and get all the sims pregnant before they get into Creator Sim. Oh god. She's actually pregnant with Julian because it does pick like random available sims, I think. She's not pregnant. She's too busy bird watching right now. And who's Claire Darga? Is that one of the other sims? Oh, that's her. Okay. So a bunch of them are pregnant now. So hopefully one of these sims will end up on the lot. You know, I'm gonna introduce him to all of these sims so that hopefully they'll, you know, have some reference in the neighborhood files. She isn't pregnant yet though, so we don't want her to pop up in Creator Sim ideally, but we'll see. So I'm gonna send him home. So we're gonna save this. It would be, oh, 71 hours. God. I really need to remove this mod when I'm doing things like this. He got straight back, and now he's going straight back out again. Looks like some of the same people might be here, because I just heard the sound of a baby bump. Oh wait, there's a whole bunch of Sims over here. Let me have a look. Oh, okay. So yeah, she's progressed a little bit. I don't know if that means she's not going to be able to be summoned. It does look like all the same bartenders that have appeared, doesn't it? So, you know what? Let's go into Create a Sim and see if one of them shows up. Because it looks like we're not going to get any new ones, so this might be the limit. Please don't be 71 hours or something insane. He wasn't on the lot for 71 hours, so I don't know where I got that time from. It seems to be a bit messed up. I don't know if it's because it's not compatible with story progression. Yeah, look, it's 71 hours again. Oh my god, guys! Oh my god, guys! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is so exciting! I didn't think I was going to be able to do this. This is like the best thing ever. Except for the time that the sim died in Create a Sim. But this is happier, so this is actually better. Come on, you can do it! You can do it! This is the first sim to ever give birth in Create a Sim. And I don't know her name. She isn't pregnant yet though, so we don't want her to pop up in Create a Sim ideally, but we'll see. Oh no, wait, that's another sim somewhere else giving birth. Oh my god! I think the camera's gonna be messed up. No, wait, we've got an okay view at the moment. It's gonna be a bit awkward, I think, because, you know... she wasn't standing in the ideal place, but we'll have to make do. It's an alien baby! So yeah, because she got pregnant with the pollination technician. Oh my god! It's a very... Oh no, she's pregnant again! Oh, we might have to leave soon. Okay. That's kind of depressing because it just sort of yeeted the baby away into cyberspace, as we know sort of happened before. I don't know if this baby is going to be in the hood when we leave. There's a strong chance it won't be. And we gotta get out of here quickly, but I want to save, so I wonder if this is a grim, maybe it'll be a grim pregnation this time. I kind of wanted that for the spooky vibes. I don't know, it's almost Halloween season, almost, so, and by the time this video comes out, I don't know when it will be. Oh no. Oh, they're all giving birth to their babies. Okay, we've got to distract some... There's 2 new babies. We've got twins now. We have to leave this lot quickly. I'm just going to randomly generate a sim very quickly so we can stop this chaos. How many, like, you're creating an army here. My audio has been messing up and I'll be really annoyed if it decided to do it during this, because the baby's actually in Create a Sim now. I don't know where the others are. Oh, you can see the baby down there. The second baby anyway. I think the first one might have just been yeeted off somewhere. Wait, no, there's... But she didn't keep the one from before, so I don't know what happened to that one. Are we going to get to name these? The newborns have been sent home. Okay, so these ones might actually survive. Okay, we need to get out of here quickly. Hanson, I don't know. That's, you know what, I'm keeping it. It's just whatever we do. Distract her! For the love of God! Oh my god! Oh my god! I guess we have to wait for this baby to be born now. I don't know what's gonna happen if we don't. 2 again? Oh no. Oh no! It's too powerful! It went from not working to working too well. Look at the baby. What are you doing? This is the most insane thing. Did it work? It didn't work. Come on. We can change the name later. We do not have time. We need to get out of here. Okay. Are we just gonna, oh my god. I'm sorry if I'm yelling into the microphone. I'm like right next to it. I'm sure this is gonna come out really loud. I want to keep watching this, but I also want to keep the babies. And I want to know what happens on the other side. So we're gonna have to leave now. Maybe I'll come back and see more insane stuff in a minute. I don't think it's gonna save it, guys. But we got to see it. I think it's frozen. She stopped skipping rope, but I think it's still frozen. I don't think we're gonna get back to the neighborhood. I'll probably have to quit the game. I'm kind of sad about that. I really wanted the babies to be kept. And of course, if we go back in, it will be a different sim and everything. So we need to remember this, this sim, because the sim was technically the first. Oh, that was the kid, right? The kid's aged up. Okay. Good to know. It's still working, but it's just like, this is all broken completely. I left it open and it's flicked back here, and look at the baby over there out of the window. I don't think the camera knows what to do. I don't know if it's very slowly quitting or what, because it's not technically frozen, it's just broken entirely. So I'm just going with the assumption that those sims didn't save. I'm going to go back in, going to do it again, going to very quickly save a sim. Very quickly. Okay, okay. Bob Johnson, I don't know. Gotta be quicker. I think that's everything we need. What is he wearing though? We have a little time. I think she's gonna be distracted now. It is the same sim, right? So that's good. Oh, okay, I think she's going into labour. So as soon as this happens, I'm gonna save the lot after. Alright, that's the other sims that are giving birth from story progression simultaneously. Oh no! I forgot that happens! No! Right, okay. No. This is a weird name. We're going with it. Success. Okay, we can change her name. I think this means it's saved, right? Should have done? I don't know. If we put her anywhere, I think it's going to crash again, but... I don't know if that baby was actually born though, you know, it didn't sort of register. Like, some of the babies last time registered and some of them didn't, so there's a chance this baby isn't going to exist, which is kind of sad. It's much easier to make sims and create a sim the normal way. No. That's gonna happen every time. I'm gonna have to move her in somewhere else first. No. What was her surname? She was Claire Dargar, right? I'm not seeing a baby, but you know, we'll just scroll through, see if we see any little thumbnails with a green baby. She claims to have seen nothing. So I'm gonna try a few more times to try and get sims that are actually saved. It might just be impossible. I don't know where they are. In fact, it's kind of worrying that I don't know where they are, because what if there's somewhere in the game files now or something, and I just don't know. The camera has gone into a weird place. Where has the camera gone? What is this? It's like, it's halfway through a window, I think. Okay, the newborns have been sent home. We're going. Yes. Please don't crash. I really want to keep these newborns. So back to Sim PE. Just gonna have a quick look before I open the game up again and, you know, see if I can find the baby Sims. I'm not seeing the babies, and I have a feeling they're not here in this package file. Okay, so there was nothing in Sim PE. I'm gonna have a quick look around. I'm assuming there won't be anything here either. I think those Sims have just disappeared somewhere. Their character files were never written. I mean, the Sims that are created in Create a Sim come out of Create a Sim, but nothing else seems to. It's a little weird. And if I understood enough about, like, how this game was made and stuff, maybe I could sort of comment on why that might be, but I don't. I kind of really want, like, some of the Sims 2 developers to sort of comment on a lot of the weird stuff that people have found from the Sims 2. You know, give sort of opinions on why they think some of that stuff sort of happened when they were creating it. There you are. Okay. No. No. And she's not pregnant now either. Like, her pregnancy's also ended because she gave birth to all of the Sims in Create a Sim, and then the Sims are just kind of gone somewhere. And it'll be interesting to know, actually, if we can get Gina onto the lot, because she gave birth while we were in Create a Sim, and I'm assuming her kid won't be born either. Just like happened with the... And she's not pregnant. And, no. Okay. When did she meet these Sims? When did she meet the social bunny? I think weird things happen when, like, NPCs are randomly generated. Sometimes they seem to know a lot of Sims. Some of these, I think she shouldn't know, right? No. She should definitely not know the neutral witch. Your Sims are a little messed up. Or the statues, most likely. I don't think so either. Some of these Sims cause neighborhood corruption if you mess around with them. I feel like this isn't a particularly interesting scene or lot to end this video on. If I go back to Create a Sim, there's probably going to be too much crazy stuff happening that's going to cause distractions. Maybe I should end the video on that space station lot. You know what, I'm going to go over there. I downloaded this lot from Mod The Sims, and I don't remember who the creator is. Maybe I'll try and find it and put it in the video description, although this is incredibly off topic. Slightly more interesting backdrop than the other lot, which is completely empty. I would like to thank the creator of the Inseminator, Eric, whose mod I edited to be autonomous in order to get the Sims pregnant and Create a Sim. And I'd also like to thank Lazy Duchess, the creator of the story progression mod. After my first couple of Create a Sim experiment videos, I did kind of plan to sort of conclude it with this, so it was kind of like a life cycle thing where you have like the death in Create a Sim and you have the giving birth in Create a Sim. I also kind of, to be honest, wanted to get the Grim Reaper to give birth in Create a Sim. So that would be pretty crazy. I just find the idea of the Grim Reaper giving birth pretty ironic and amusing, to be honest, because it's like death and he's giving birth. I started working on this video either in April or May 2021, so it's been like over a year since I started it, and I did take a very long break. I tried a bunch of things, couldn't get it to work, kind of gave up on it and wrote it off. Sort of thought of some other ideas for how it could potentially work, and I thought I'd just try them again. So I am glad I tried it and that I actually got it to work. It's a bit of a bummer that the Sims can't be saved from Create a Sim, as far as I know, but it was still pretty impressive to watch, and so much insane stuff happened. Like, I ended up watching back part of it, and I didn't even notice that the Sim, like that one Sim's face, got swapped out with an alien face when she was giving birth to the alien baby. Like, what causes that? Why did their faces swap? What is this? Just so much surreal, crazy stuff. So, yeah, I'm glad I managed to get it to work, and I'm gonna stop rambling on now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.